What it do, brother?
Cody Bird, let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up,
How's it going, man?
brother? I'm fucking chilling.
Welcome to Over the Octagon, baby.
Welcome to Over the Octagon podcast, baby. This is episode number 23, baby. Michael Jordan show.
Michael Jordan show, let's do it.
This is the GOAT show. Better to talk about the GOAT, could potentially be the GOAT on the GOAT show, you know. So welcome in, everybody. This is Over the Octagon podcast. I'm your host, Dirty Bird, and my other host, my boy Nick Nasty. What it do? Nasty, man. We had some wild Canadians this last Saturday, man. I know I kind of covered a little bit of it on Sunday's show, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but the Canadians showed out, bruh.
Man, yeah, start from the first fight, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I was watching it the first time, I really didn't think that he got the fight. I honestly didn't think he was winning the whole time, man. I thought the other guy put up a way better fight. Then I watched it again with my beer goggles off, and I was like, all right, I see how it happened. He outstruck him all day.
Which fight are you talking about?
The first fight on the card.
Oh, man, I was so confused for a second. You just started talking, and I was like, what is he talking about? The first fight on the card, are you talking about on the main event or the main card?
Main event, yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, you jumped straight into the main event. I'm like, dude, the first fight on the card were two chicks, bro. I was like, it's 2023, so you never fucking know. But, I mean, hey, but Maria Oliveira, she got cut, though, for real, though. If you didn't see that. Yeah, she got cut. She sucked.
I mean,
that was a garbage way to start the night. But, hey, I'm all for jumping in straight into the main event, but I do want to talk about one fight in particular in the prelims. I feel so bad. At the same time, this guy has been through it all. Chris Curtis got another fucking bad fight, dude. Another bad fight, a no contest, headbutt. To be honest, he wasn't winning the fight.
No, dude, Chris Curtis has got some bad luck lately, man.
He's got really bad luck. He was not winning the fight, in my opinion, though. So he probably would have lost had that not have happened. So it probably worked out into his favor that happened. But, you know, that sucked for him to have to go through yet another headbutt issue and another just bad fight in general.
And he's pretty active on social media. So even though I didn't watch much of the prelims, I know what happened. And I'm just like, golly, dude, why have you fucked karma so bad?
Yeah, it's probably because he just talks a bunch of shit.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Yeah, and then you had the prodigy in the prelims that they called Blake Builder losing to Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson showed up and showed out for the Canadians to start the night. He represented hard, and it kind of was a trickle effect after that for the Canadians. Man, they showed out. You had Zahabi come right after that with a great TKO. And then it kind of trickled into the main event where we started it out with Eric Anders and Barry Holt, which a lot of people had. It could have gone 50-50. I think the odds were kind of 50-50 in that fight. And then Baralt kind of, you know, won the fight in the moment. But how did you feel about that fight? Was that the one you were specifically saying, like, you didn't think he was winning the fight?
Dude, I think Anders had it, man. And I rewatched it, and I definitely, you know, have a different view on it. But, like, I thought Anders had it, man. I thought he looked good. I thought, you know, he wasn't landing as much hits, clearly. But, I mean, I just thought it was more of a controlling game for him. He got that takedown, too. I don't know, man. When I was watching it, I was not impressed by Marc-Andre, bro, at all.
I mean, he definitely outstruck him, but it looks like Eric Anders put more pressure to him. You know, he attempted 11 takedowns. He controlled 3.5 minutes of the fight. So how the decision kind of leaned over probably had something to do with the Canadian, you know, being Canada, you know, give the decision to the hometown guy, maybe. Who knows? But, I mean, you might be right. I mean,
yeah,
looking at the stats, he definitely doesn't look like he would have won the fight. But I would say it was definitely close, and, you know, he edged him out in the end. But you could be right. I mean, you're probably right. The judges have sucked recently, too, so.
Yeah, it wouldn't be anything new, man. So,
and 30-27 unanimous decision, and based off the stats, that's not a 30-27 fight. So,
yeah, it's definitely weird, but I see how he edged it out, but still, I thought Eric Anders actually looked kind of good. It was a fucking, I mean, dude, the fight itself was nonstop, dude. These guys were fucking going at each other, man.
Yep.
And when you got 2 minutes like that going at it. It's a fun fight, dude.
I know. And then the next fight, you had two guys who also went at it again, Dan Ige and Nate Landwehr. You know,
Ah,
which it sucks to see Nate lose because he's a fan favorite. A lot of people like him. Dan Ige though is a beast, dude. He's a beast, and he's on a mission to get it. He's on a mission to get to the top 5, and that's what he's wanting to do. And he showed it in his last few fights for real, though. Like recently, he's looked really good.
he looked amazing recently, man. That that loss he took really hit him hard, dude. And I swear he's come a better person, dude. And just extremely like focused, bro. His dad was a Navy SEAL. I found that out on the over the weekend. Like, dude, this guy's mentally got it all day. But I love Nate, dude. Just watching him, like he was a champion in Russia. Like this dude, he might be the Khabib secret. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he ain't no Khabib secret. He's a gangster, man. You heard him talk? He sounds like your average dude from like Atlanta.
I'm telling you, bro. Landscaping.
Just down south. Yeah, like got that down south drawl to him. I don't even know where he's from. Curious to see that. Where is he from?
Dude, honestly, if I would guess right now, I'd say Alabama or Tennessee.
It doesn't say where he's from, so I don't know. Hey, but his birthday is the day before mine. So
Gemini dog?
He's a Jimmy. But then we had another fight. The badass on the card, Mike Malott, Adam Fugit, bro. Mike Malott showed out for the Canadians, man. He's a beast, dude. He's good.
That dude is sick, man. That dude is sick.
He's gonna be a problem, and his submission game is nasty.
Dude, he's so good, man. It almost looked like, Fugit had no business being in the octagon with him at all. Like, even though I'm like, I didn't deserve it, dude.
I mean, I think it was overall, it was a good matchup because you got a guy like Mike Malott who's still up and coming. So to get a guy like Adam Fugit who's still had a couple of good fights under his belt, but Mike Malott just made it look so easy.
Dude, he's a beast, man. That knockdown, I was like, all right, dog, let's go. And I'm still going to call him Mallet. I don't care.
Yeah, I have been pronouncing it Mallet, but I overheard someone call him Malott. So now, like when I was listening to the fight, they kept saying Malott. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna call him Malott then, whatever.
I know.
He's a Malott of a motherfucker, that's for sure. But
and,
he's along with that other class of up and comers like your JDMs and your Ian Garys and guys like that. Mike Malott is right there with those guys when it comes to the up and comers, the rookies.
Dude, that's perfect. I didn't think of that, and that's honestly that's how it is right now. And there's some scary rookies coming in, dude.
There are some very scary rookies, and we're gonna talk about one later. But right now, you got to think. If off the top of my head, you got like Bo Nichols. If he can beat Tresean Gore coming up, he's gonna be an insane prodigy. But a lot of people are doubting him, so we'll find out. Mike Malott, you got guys like him, Ian Gary, JDM. There's a lot of rookies coming up that are gonna be a problem, and especially in the weight divisions that we need them in too.
Stepping up like Shavkat, dude. I mean,
Shavkat Rachmanov. Speaking of Shavkat, he just recently gets the big win over Jeff Neal, and now Jeff Neal's getting Ian Gary.
I know, dude. What? That's sick to me. And Ian Gary, I mean, I can speak about that guy for a while now. I am so ready for him, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge, man. But then we're gonna get right into this because I think we got a lot to talk about these two, and I know, like I said, I know I talked about this on Sunday, but Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush, Charles has now proven to be potentially the greatest lightweight in the history of the sport, if not the second greatest lightweight in the sport. The reason why I say second, obviously, because there's the number one, or you could argue that the number one is Khabib, based on record performance. But Charles Oliveira, based on accolades, title defenses, finishes, dude, you can't argue that he's not top two, if not number one. I know you have a heavy takes on this, so I want to hear them. I really want to hear what you think, because I'm not a big Khabib fan. You know this. I'm a huge Charles fan. So if you ask me, I'm putting Charles number one. I'm putting Khabib number two. But if you ask any other fan out there in the world, it's gonna be a toss-up. So have the floor, my friend.
It is, man. So I dug deep in this, man. I dug super deep. I was like, hold on, best lightweight ever. Because people do not realize how long and how much fights this man has had in the UFC. Charles has been there for a minute, dude. But going back, I thought of every single UFC lightweight champion. Every single one from the beginning. Jens Pulver,
Yeah.
Sean Shirk,
Yep.
BJ Penn. You know, you think of all these guys. Even Connor had it at one point. You know, there's a lot of people in there, and then Khabib. You know, and so I dug deep. I was like, I know stats aren't everything. I was like, I know, you know, certain fighters fought better competition. You know, completely they did. Like back in the day, you know, it was a lot different game than it is now. But when I look at it, and you look at how much title defenses they all have and stuff like that, that doesn't really speak for itself. The longest reign I think was either BJ Penn or Khabib. And
I think it may be Charles now. Because
no.
he had what, 3 title defenses before he lost to Islam? Khabib only defended his title, I think, twice, 2 or 3 times.
Charles has only defended his title one time.
Once?
Yeah.
No.
He's gotten it, and then he defended it. Khabib 3 times.
Okay. Okay. I thought Khabib was 2, but 3 makes more sense. I thought Charles was 2 too.
He's 1. He got the interim belt.
He got the interim belt, defended it, won.
Yeah.
And then defended it again and lost.
I think it's 1, but yeah, you might be right. Either way, I mean, you go look back in the day, you know, to Frankie Edgar 3 times, BJ Penn 3 times for 812 days. So I dug deep, dude. I couldn't stop.
I heard you mention Sean Shirk in there.
Yeah, Sean Shirk. If people don't remember him,
bro,
man,
he's one of the underrated ones that kind of slide under the radar, but he beat some really good people.
Oh, dude, you can never bet against Sean Shirk back in the day, man. And all the rumors about him ended up being true. That was
all right. So Charles won the belt from Michael Chandler, and then he defended it. He defended it twice and then lost. So he defended it 3 times, won 2 and lost 1. Because he beat Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje and then lost to Islam after he won the belt from Michael Chandler.
Yeah, I don't think one of those was for the belt, though.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Michael Chandler and Oliveira was for the belt.
Okay.
That was for the interim belt.
Okay.
And then he beat Dustin Poirier and then he beat Justin Gaethje to defend it, and then he lost to Islam.
Okay, so twice then.
Twice defended. Well,
yeah.
three times defended. He lost the most recent. So he defended the belt 3 times, but he lost the most recent defense.
No, he won it 1 time.
No, he won it. He won it and then defended it 3 times, but he lost the last title defense.
Okay, yeah. When they say defense, though, it means how much time you successfully do it.
Oh, either way. Okay, so he successfully defended his title twice, and then he lost his most recent attempt at a defense.
Either way.
But anyways, back to Sean Shirk.
Oh, Sean Shirk. Steroids, 100%. I mean, that's how he lost his belt. He fought Kenny Florian and then tested negative for steroids.
Yeah,
he was right. He was so fucking jacked, bro.
But he beat some good people, though.
Dude, I think he beat Matt Hughes 1 time or something. Like,
he had a good run where he won some wild fights back in the day. Like, that's a name that kind of just you don't think about anymore, but he was there in the picture at one point.
Dude, I wouldn't bet against him, man. He could beat anyone. He was shaped better than anyone, dude. I swear. I wonder what else he was on besides steroids. You know what I'm saying?
But anyways, back to what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyways, dude. So when you think of this category, lightweights, dude, it's going to be either BJ Penn, Khabib, or Charles. And the whole entire argument with Khabib is, dude, homie is fucking undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And that's a stat that's fucking hard to look over. It really is, dude. And the thing is, he's not going to ever come back. Ever. I don't think Khabib is ever even going to compete again. He said he might do jiu-jitsu.
Nah, he won't.
So with that being said, dude, I don't think you can ever surpass him. And,
I think he can, and here's how.
Yeah.
If Charles beats Islam in this second fight, beats him, they got to set up a trilogy fight. Beats Islam the second time, Charles retires greatest lightweight of all time.
I mean, but Khabib has never lost.
However, Islam, if he beats Charles and then defends his title at least five times, now we have a whole new conversation.
Yep. And
because right now, the lightweight division, you got guys like Rafael Fiziev. You have Justin Gaethje still in the mix. Dustin Poirier still in the mix. Michael Chandler, who is going to need a fight if Conor McGregor can't fight him. He's going to need a fight. So you still have guys who are ready to go. And if Islam wipes that whole division, so did Charles. But if he is the sole beater of Charles Oliveira, you never know. I mean, Islam is going to be hard to beat, first of all. There's not a guy in that division right now that can beat him. I don't think at the moment.
I think there is, man. I think people have it's all about figuring out styles. It took people forever to figure out the Gracies. Then
yeah, I think once they figure it out, you'll be fine. You're right. But how long is he going to defend that title, though? If he defends it 8 times, 6 times, 7 times, are you going to tell me that he's not the greatest lightweight of all time?
I'm going to say that he could be
in a stacked division like that.
But he has lost
once.
Yeah.
Early in his career, though.
I mean, dude, you can't compare that to Khabib, unfortunately.
Okay, let me ask you this, though. If he goes, let's see, what is he right now? He 24-1.
Yep.
Khabib retired, what, 28-0?
Yeah, some shit like that.
28 or 27-0. Say Islam goes 30-1. Is he better than Khabib?
The only way he can do it is if he creates a brand new record of longest win streak, longest knockout streak, some shit like that.
I mean, he technically is on I don't think he went to decision with Volkanovski, which getting a victory over Volkanovski is one of the and he beat Volkanovski. There you go. That's another key win in his books. You just beat the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the UFC at that time.
That's cool. He's got to do more. He's got to do more.
I don't want to argue for him because, again, I want to see him lose against Charles. But you can't say that I personally think that if he goes 30-1, he'll have a better career than Khabib did. He'll have better wins on his resume than Khabib did. And the only thing that's going to set him aside from that, from passing Charles, is going to be, one, he has to beat Charles both times. But Charles holds the record for most submissions in the lightweight division. He most finishes. He has records there, So yeah. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But I like Charles at 2 right now. I like Khabib at 1. But if Charles can beat Islam twice, I think you got to give it to Charles.
I think Charles has a better chance than Islam does.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's a little too late for Islam's game. That game of fucking fighting is so boring. It worked.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard for these people to figure it out, man. This ground bully shit. It's going to take a guy like Rafael Fiziev, who's young, who's going to have to learn his style, and he's still got some time to get in and grow to get in there and beat a guy like Islam. But I think the Justin Gaethjes, the Dustin Poiriers of the world, within the next year or two, they're going to be kind of washed out. They're going to be faded out because they've been fighting forever, man. These guys can only fight for so long.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Rafael Fiziev, he's my favorite, right? My favorite in this division right now.
Yeah, I mean, as far as lightweights go, you got to look at a guy like him. But obviously, you got people like Jalen Turner coming up in the mix. You have this coming fight night that we're about to talk about, Armin Tsarukyan Sauce. I don't even know how to say his last name, but you got guys like him, which it sucks for him because he's not getting the big fight that he was going to have. He has a guy filling in, But I think if you look at the lightweight division, like DP, Justin Gaethje, Beneil Dariush didn't look good enough to be a champion against Charles. Then you got Michael Chandler. You have Rafael Fiziev. You have Gamrot. There's still tough people in the division, but it's going to be real hard for someone to get to the level of Islam or Charles until guys like Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje just leave fighting for good.
Exactly, man. And I see that happening. I do. But I mean, for the next 2 years, this is going to be a very fucking tough division.
It's going to be a tough division until those guys get out of the top 5. It's definitely going to be
Oh
for
yeah, you got
sure.
some weapons in there, man.
I
Michael
want
Chandler,
to I want to talk about one thing before we leave this topic. Though, did you happen to see the interview with Daniel Cormier and Islam, where Daniel Cormier asked him about the Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier fight for the BMF title?
no.
Dude, that shit was funny. I'm gonna read you the quote because, dude, I was rolling laughing at. Dude, it's the first time Islam made me laugh, bro. And he said this to Dustin Cormier. He said, "I don't want that shit. This belt is for the bums, you know. First time who fight for this belt? Nate Diaz and Masvidal, the people who could never be champions. Gaethje and Poirier, I don't know when they fight for the real belt many times and they always lose. You know, now Dana like good guy, give them other belt. Guy, you want to be the BMF champ? Honestly, if somebody gave me that belt tomorrow, I wouldn't want that shit." That shit was so funny, dude. And he's 100% right.
Dude, I think he's funny, man.
He is he's goofy dude. He's way cooler than Khabib was.
So much cooler, man. Like, you know that one fight where he just ran and sprinted in like a goober?
But he's good, man. He's good.
And the thing is, man, he actually, was a pretty good sport, during the whole Volk thing too, as well.
Oh yeah.
He actually, there's respect there. I do like him.
Yeah.
I just,
but it's gonna take an enemy. Who's gonna be his first enemy? Who's gonna change him? Who's gonna put that Khabib eye in him? Where like the Conor versus Khabib thing got so big, and things got involved, and tensions were there. We need to see that out of Islam. You can be a nice guy, but you can't be a nice guy forever when somebody's punching you in the face.
Exactly, man. And just recapping on what you said earlier, I got a quick question. Is there something saying that Conor McGregor is not going to be able to? He may not be able to fight.
Well, supposedly, according to today, he had 48 hours to join the USADA pool, or he wouldn't be able to fight this year.
So he has 48 hours from today.
48 hours from today or yesterday to join the USADA pool, or he wouldn't be able to fight. So, and it's almost like dude, I hate to say this, but we might not ever see Conor fight again.
No, he's gonna fight again. I hope it's in the fucking UFC, man. That really gets me, dude. But him in Conor fashion, he's gonna sign up 5 minutes before you're not allowed to sign up anymore.
That's true. He'll probably pull some shit. But if Dana wants him to fight, the fight will happen. I mean, yeah. I don't know how all that works, but if he wants it to happen, it's going to happen. But
you think he would fight lightweight?
Who, Conor?
Yeah.
If he could fucking get there.
I don't think he can, man.
I don't know either, dude. He's big. Massive.
Conor McGregor welterweight, like
they're gonna have to do a catch weight or go up a weight class. I don't know if they're gonna be able to fight lightweight.
No, man, he needs a belt. That boy needs something to think about, man. So would it be welterweight?
Well, I can tell you this: he'll have to be welterweight, because if he tries to cut down to lightweight, it's gonna look sickening. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it.
He would fucking piece up the welterweight division, bro.
Man, I mean, he might lose to Michael Chandler.
Nah, dude, you're high as shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, his team sure as hell's not winning.
God, no way. I don't think Conor would ever be a better coach than Michael Chandler at all.
Dude, so we'll jump right into that. This is a good segue into the Ultimate Fighter, because the fight night is not going to take us long to talk about, because God, is it garbage outside of 2 fights. It is not that great.
I'd say 1 fight, but I feel you.
Yeah, I guess, really, because the other guy, the contender, is not even getting to fight a guy in the top 15, which sucks. It's so stupid. But anyways, before we get into that, the Ultimate Fighter. So last night's episode, Conor McGregor's team is just getting ran through, and it's gonna piss him off at some point. So I'm just waiting for Conor's ego to explode inside the house, and then him just get mad at his team and start like yelling and cussing and just getting upset because his team is losing. And I'm gonna tell you, his team's losing, I think, because he doesn't have the right coaching staff in there for these fighters. I mean, I hate to say it, but Michael Chandler, his coaching staff seems to be doing a hell of a job, and Michael Chandler is doing really well as himself. But the veterans are just dominating, man. Like this last night's fight, you had the vet looked great, pieced him up both rounds, didn't even lose a round, and it sucked to see, but because don't get me wrong, I think the rookie didn't look terrible, but the vets are killing it, man. I think the vets have a potential to sweep the whole entire competition.
Oof. Yeah, there are some good rookies though, but yeah,
Mhm.
man, it's looking like shit. And there's that one scene where they go over the future of the series and they show like
Yeah.
glimpses. That one where Conor McGregor drops he's heavy sparring with one of his kids and drops him. It's happening soon, dude. That man is getting pissed.
Well, I think next week we could see a big moment for Conor McGregor because his guy fighting next week is good. You
Yeah,
got I can't remember his name. I'm trying to look it up off the top of my head, but he's the guy that had the staph infection
yeah.
that they had to cancel the fight. But he's fighting next week because they're back at it again, and he looks good. So he looks like he's going to be tough, a tough competition. So maybe they bounce back next week with a rookie win, but I don't know. The vets just look good. I know I saw like it was like on next episode, Conor McGregor brings in Wonder Boy to teach some karate, some sparring, like some striking classes. So who knows? Might help him out a little bit. I mean, Wonder Boy's probably one of the best karate strikers outside of Lyoto Machida ever to fight in fucking UFC.
Yeah, GSP too.
Oh yeah, GSP. I mean, Anderson Silva was more tied, but GSP, Lyoto Machida, and Wonder Boy, man, those guys are, they're great. So
They were insane. I love karate, dude. It's so rare watching someone excel with that. So like watching it, it's fucking awesome.
that stiff fighting style, man, it's just like that
It's
this everything is so
yes.
it's so straight and direct, and kicks are thrown so like perfect. The only difference between that is just you have to have that combination of wrestling if you're going to fight karate. You have to have some sort of takedown defense, or you're going to get bullied around. Luckily, guys like GSP had excellent takedown defense because he fight people like Matt Hughes and BJ Penn. Who Matt Hughes was a hell of a wrestler.
Matt Hughes was amazing, dude. Yeah, that takedown defense is it's
That's
crucial. You got a good
that's
sprawl.
key.
You got to have a good sprawl all day, man.
Yep. So, but Ultimate Fighter has been all right so far. I mean, if I had to pick some pet peeves about the show, I wish they'd lower the damn time zone so I could watch it live, like 8 o'clock. And I need more in the house action.
Come on, bring it back, dude. We want that reality.
I want that reality shit, man. I don't want a fighter interview overview, a fighter overview fight.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that shit, you should have just gave me the Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah, because that shit gets mad corny. It really does, man.
I don't care if the guy's freaking. Oh damn, my power just went out.
That's been going on, dude. The storms are insanely bad.
That was weird. Hopefully it doesn't kill my computer. But I don't want to see about this guy's life. Like, I don't care if you and your wife went to your anniversary dinner and now you just got your ass whooped, bro. Like, I don't care about that.
These grown men are crying way too much, too, man. Like, I've been gone for 2 weeks, my kid.
Every single show, they're crying. This guy had to go to the hospital because he had to go get a scan on his head for getting concussion protocol, and he's in the back crying. Like, dude, what are you gonna cry when you lose in the UFC?
Holy shit!
You get to the UFC, you gonna cry about it? You made it, bro.
The man from the first episode that lost, dude. They're doing their production so well. You think this guy's gonna be a great fighter coming out there?
Yeah.
What a bitch, dude. I'm sorry. Trash. That guy was so bad.
I was like, what the hell, man?
This fucker, I'm like, you play some sad music behind. Like, I just miss my daughter. Oh, this guy's going to be sick. Gets fucking pieced up in 7 seconds.
If you're not ready for the grind of martial arts, the constant weight cutting, the constant of either getting your face knocked in or knocking someone's face in, you probably shouldn't fight.
No way at all, man.
If you're not ready to go home and your daughter or son ask you, Dad, what happened to your eye? Or Mom, what happened to your eye? And you're not prepared to tell them I got knocked out, you probably shouldn't fight.
No, you definitely should not, man. Like you said, though, we want some fuckery.
I want some guy in there to tilt back that proper 12, get litty like titty, and go in. I want to see a brawl in the house. I want to see production crews having to drop the cameras and run in to break up a fight. I want to see some wild stuff, bro.
I want to see that weirdo that was like Diego Sanchez back in the day, making a blender full of all fucking broccoli florets.
Yeah.
RIP comes like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, yo, what's up? I'm not scared of nobody, man.
Like when the Diaz was in there, when Nate Diaz was in there.
Dude,
what's up, bro?
dude, Nate Diaz needs to be on an episode of Trailer Park Boys, dog. I'm telling you.
Oh, and you know, it's funny. I'm glad you brought up Trailer Park Boys, but I'm going to have to call our boy Flo out real quick because I thought about who he reminded me of today, and he reminds me of Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn, yeah. That's who he reminds me of.
He Theo Vaughn'd out, that's for sure, man.
He Theo Vaughn out. So I wanted to bring him up. I wanted to bring him up to segue into our PFL talk because the over the Octagon crew, we went to the PFL fights this last weekend. And when I tell you that was one of the best experiences in the fighting world that I've had, Nasty, that shit was cool, man. Appreciate the hookup. I thank you for hooking us up, man. That was huge on your part. Huge for the podcast, man.
Dude, we met some of the coolest people, man. There's some big stuff in the future happening for us, dude. We were had all you can drink passes, all you can eat, and we're sitting right by the walkway. And dude, we met Deontay Wilder.
When I say coolest man, coolest fighter I've ever met in my life, most humble dude. You would think he was so cool, dude.
Bro, he was like Fragile was like, yo, he's like, yeah, of course, man. I was like,
did you not think he seemed like fragile? Is that what you said?
Yeah, fragile, bro.
Like seems so soft spoken, so calm.
I was about to be like, what's up?
He's like, man, peace, man, peace. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're the second best heavyweight boxer, and you're like so calm about it. Cool dude, though, very cool guy. You know, we met guys like
Randy Couture,
yeah, Kenny Florian.
Oh man, it was a great time. Dan Hardy was apparently in the building. We didn't get to talk to him. We met like a lot of these other guys in the entertainment industry. Shout out Florian Sablowski for this. That was awesome that you hooked us up. We want to do it again. That would be insane just to cover all these fights. And if I'm going to shout out anybody that I saw fight that was actually good, was that Bubba guy, bro.
Oh, Bubba Jenkins, bro. Yeah, man. I was going to talk about him. Bubba's a problem, man.
Dude, he's a big problem, man. That was a manhandle victory. If you guys haven't heard of him yet, man, I would definitely hear about him. He trains with some top-notch fighters, dude. And, dude, his, like, suplex takedown was sick. And just he's quick. He could fight in the big leagues, dude. Definitely. Like
100%. He'll be. Watch out for that name right now. Actually, you know what? Over the Octagon podcast is endorsing Bubba Jenkins right now. He will be in the UFC and he will be a problem, bro. When I tell you, when he won, that crowd, that everybody was so electric. Me and you, we like ran up, ripped our shirt, like we were like running up, jumping on like inside the cage, like almost on the inside the cage, bro. Hyping this man up, like he is a beast, bro, and he's number one right now in the PFL. So
he's an entertainer, man. He's a fan favorite. He loves it. He puts on a show. He goes out afterwards. You know, he was all showing out in Atlanta for sure. Dude,
100%.
I can't wait to see him. I guarantee we will get him on the show in the future. We've got a good relationship as well with him, dude. He loves Atlanta. I mean, this dude, we're calling it. That's our hot take of the episode. Bubba Jenkins. What a fucking name, dude.
For one, he'll win the PFL division. He'll win his division in the PFL tournament for sure. He'll get that check, and then watch out because he might be in the UFC within a year. I'd love to see that too. I mean, I don't know how the PFL contracts work with the UFC, but if he's in the PFL causing problems, he has a bright future.
He'll get called up.
So, but yeah, man, dude, that was such a fun event. We have 2 more coming up in Atlanta. I was going to talk to you about this live on the show, bro. We have another one this Friday, my brother.
This Friday.
I thought about just buying some standing room only tickets just to go, kind of mingle and dingle and pull the nasty thunder and try to get back into the VIP again. What you think?
I mean, definitely. I'm not going to Nashville anymore. My band's not recording, so it's Father's Day, so one of them is a father, and I was like, all right, I understand. You're a father as well.
Sunday.
So,
Friday night, maybe. And if not this Friday night, there's another one coming up the next Friday night. So
No, dude, let's go.
you want to go to all three?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
we'll be there, guys. We'll be there.
We'll be there. We'll talk more about it off the podcast, but we can still snag some tickets. I looked at them yesterday and seeing if the other homies wanted to go, and if not, but I'm down. Yeah, we'll look at the tickets when we get off, and we'll snack some up. They're pretty cheap right now. You can get them for pretty low, but I don't plan on being in standing room only very long.
No way.
So, but anyways, yeah, hell of an experience at PFL. Be on the lookout for upcoming shit with that. We made a lot of good connections. We talked to a lot of good fighters, a lot of ex-UFC fighters, entertainers, boxers that really gave us the thumbs up that they would come on the show eventually. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, man. And what was crazy is the last person, this guy is huge in the UFC. Rafael Asuanco. I can't pronounce his name, dude. He's fought in the UFC like 15 times, dude.
Yeah,
Before that,
he just retired from the UFC.
Yes, dude. And he literally, before we even asked him about our podcast, he's like, "Let's run the podcast." I was like, "What?" And I know he's busy. He just retired, but he's like, "Yeah, let's run it one time."
Yep.
So he'll be on here, and that man is going to have some stories for us, man. That guy's going to be able to talk to us. It's probably going to be an hour-long interview. We just want to hear everything this man has gone through, seen in the game. It's going to be sick.
Yeah, I would love that. And I want to get more, try to get more veteran fighters on, like fighters who have been in the game since the beginning or early on in the beginning. I want to hear those kind of stories. I want to hear what it was like to be in the UFC 10 years ago, 15 years ago,
And I want the weirdos in there too. That I remember there was this old Ultimate Fighter, and there was this drunk coach who went and fought with everybody. He sparred with everybody in there, and he was drunk the whole time. He was like Dutch.
We'll have to find him out. We'll have to find out.
It's John Charles Skarbowski.
I've heard. I remember that name.
Drunk, dude, and he's whooping ass. They say he was sparring way too hard and everything like that, dude. It's amazing. I want to target him.
That's our scene right there, bro. If you're just a wild weirdo, come on the show. Like,
yes, man. George St. Pierre brought him in, and it was an insane.
Oh, I love that.
And they're like, yes, this guy is a little bit out there. He's a little bit crazy. Apparently he's always drunk. And then he goes out there, dude. If you guys have not seen that, do yourself a favor. It's one of the best laughs you've seen on The Ultimate Fighter, dude.
I love that.
It's hilarious.
That's funny. Well, we got a fight night coming up this Saturday. Not a huge, crazy card. I know we have 3 fight nights until International Fight Week, which is going to be wild. I think I actually got Sunday off for once. So we might be pulling another John Jones fight card at the crib.
Come on.
Buying the fight, having it over. International Fight Week's going to be a hell of a fight. But we have 3 fight nights in a row. The one this week is headlined by Marvin Vettori and Jared Cannonier. So 2 top 5 guys trying to keep their ranking. Win or lose gets kicked out of the top, or loser gets kicked out of the top 5. Winner stays in and more than likely gets the next title defense.
Yeah, you can see Vettori getting it. I'm not a fan of either of those guys, but I mean, you got to give credit when credit's due. And Vettori has been resilient, but I mean, he's just lost numerous times to, the current champs and stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe if Jared does well and takes this dub, that'd be awesome. So, I mean, the middleweight division, in my opinion, is lacking.
It's gonna be weird because Robert Whittaker right now is fighting Dricus du Plessis. So winner of that fight will fight Israel Adesanya. Now you're looking at the winner of Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vettori. Do they fight the next time around against the winner of Izzy and Vettori? Or the Izzy versus whoever wins the Whittaker du Plessis fight? I'd assume that's how it's gonna go.
I'd assume so. Also.
So, but I see that going down. Robert Whittaker is going to beat Dricus du Plessis, even though I think you think he's going to win.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? You think du Plessis is going to beat him?
No way in hell.
Okay, good. But it's if he does somehow pull it out, the storyline lining up to Izzy versus du Plessis, though, that's going to be some shit.
And dude, that's what the UFC would want. So I mean,
because Israel Adesanya does not like Dricus du Plessis.
I don't think a lot of people like him, man.
I mean, when you go on to national TV or a live like a live press conference and say, I'm the real African fighter. I'm the only African fighter. And like basically say fuck you to all of these other guys who are champions.
It's only funny when Jake Perry does it, or what is his
Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
Dude,
it's only funny when he does it.
Platinum Perry, dude. Mike Perry's is so funny, dude. Did you see that video of him? Speaking of Mike Perry, did you see the video of him sniffing the panties on Instagram? He made a video. He was like sniffing panties and like putting them in his mouth. I'm like, dude, this guy is wild, bro. Yeah, Mike Perry's the man. He's funny.
Yeah, he's awesome. Man.
But Izzy Duplessis would be huge. Robert Whitaker, Izzy would be like, it would be a good round too, but I don't think it's going to get near as much hype as if Duplessis somehow pulls off a wild win, and then we get the press conference and all this adding built up anger between the two of those guys. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see the Whitaker rematch, and I want to point something out, man. Something about Dirty Bird. You see how uninterested and over the fact of Amanda Nunes he is? He completely skipped over that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to even talk about her.
You know, she headlined the card, but I guess the world is sick of her story because Dirty Bird didn't even mention it.
Well, I talked about her on Sunday too, but I mean, Don't get me wrong. She's the greatest female fighter ever, but it's like, now that she's gone, there's nothing left. I mean, we're about to get freaking the worst fights ever coming up. We're gonna get Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena for an interim belt, more than likely. Who the hell wants to watch that?
No.
Yes, dude. I don't want to watch that. And then the number 3 ranked fighter in the bantamweight division of the women's is Holly Holmes. Bro, she's so far past her prime.
I thought she was in a retirement home.
Dude, it's crazy. And then Irene Aldana just got her ass whooped by Amanda Nunes. So, and after that, there's nothing left, dude. We're going to have more out of the flyweight division and the strawweight division than we are out of that bantamweight division.
100%.
That bantamweight division is dead, bro.
Honestly, they should have retired the whole division.
They did retire the featherweight division.
Yeah, they can do it for bantamweight too, though.
So they're about to they got rid of the featherweight, and they're talking about potentially adding an atomweight division, which is like 105.
That'd be fun.
So you want to talk about some women's flying around, running around the cage? Could be interesting.
No knockouts.
Oh, 0 knockouts. We talked about that on the podcast the other day, and I was like, yeah, no knockouts, all decisions. Bet the over on every single fight. 100%.
Bet the over. Yep.
On every fight. But yeah, I mean, dude, sorry, Amanda Nunes. I don't want to take your shine away from you, but it's not worth talking about anymore. You're gone. You're retired. Hell of a career. There's nothing left in that division to even care about unless Erin Blanchfield steps up and goes to that next up a division and tries to fight for the belt. Nobody's going to care about that division ever again.
That was actually what I was going to say. If Erin Blanchfield jumps up, that'd be sick.
So,
yeah, besides that, I don't even give a fuck. I'm focused on that Suarez girl that we saw last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I'm focused on her. Blanchfield all day. Alexa Grasso, dude, I don't know. I think Shevchenko was going to run that shit the fuck back. I don't know.
Oh, we're going to see a better Shevchenko the next fight. I think she gets her belt back. I think we're back to square one again.
Casey O'Neill, I like watching you, period. What's up, though?
You're crazy, bro. But, all right, so you made me bring up something that I was not wanting to talk about. I skipped over it for a reason because nobody gives a shit. It's just dead, bro. It's dead. That division is dead.
We care.
Give me a better women's fight. Give me Zhang Wei Li versus Yan, and now we're talking.
That's sick.
You know what I'm saying? But until then, I don't care. But anyways, Marvin Vettori, Jared Cannonier. This is going to be a huge fight. I think Vettori edges out Cannonier, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see how that goes, man. What else you got for us, Nasty? I ain't got much more.
Man, actually, there was some good fighting news today that actually me and you spoke about earlier, man. we're having Ireland's little prodigy come out of here, man.
Oh yeah,
And
Ian Gary.
Ian Gary, man, I'm so impressed by his striking. We mentioned him earlier on the pod. He's one of those up and comers, man. That if they keep on doing what they do, they could shake the game. And he's not fighting a scrub, dude.
No, Jeff Neal's a beast, dude.
And so that's the fight that got announced. I'm super stoked for that one. That one's going to be high paced, dude. That one's going to be. I'm going to be standing up the whole time during that fight, and that's the kind of fights I love to watch, man.
I'll say this: if he can edge out Jeff Neal, get a finish, then
dude,
he's gonna rise very fast.
What do you think would happen if he edges him out, dude? If he like takes that dub,
He's gonna move into the top 7.
If he's top 7, I'd honestly be like, yeah, 7. Ooh, you got a lot to prove in that division. Holy shit! I say after that, I bet you fight Gilbert Burns. He's either out or in at this point.
Ooh, I love that.
Oh.
Give Gilbert Burns the next fight. I love that. Actually, I really do. Because Shavkat versus Hamzat really makes a lot of sense right now.
It makes so much sense, man.
But,
please do that.
But I really think what we're gonna see is this: we're gonna see Hamzat Kamaru Usman.
Okay.
We're gonna see Shavkat versus we could see Shavkat versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, man. This I'm excited. You know.
So
we're kicking Colby out of the division. He can go be a reality TV star or some shit.
I really hope Colby loses, because for one, there's no favorite champion right now in my eyes than Leon Edwards. That's my favorite champ at the moment. So if Leon can figure out a way to beat Colby and stay the champ, there's not going to be anybody that could beat Leon Edwards at the moment until those guys get up there. I mean, Hamzat's going to be a hell of a fight if he can fight Leon Edwards, but we really don't know Hamzat right now, man. We haven't seen him fight since he fought fucking daggum, what's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. The guy who fought Wonder Boy. And then he fought Kevin Holland. So he fought Kevin Holland, bragged on Kevin Holland. But before that, he fought Gilbert Burns, and it was a close decision.
Yeah, man, that's insane. You're right. I don't see a lot of people beating him in that division. If Conor McGregor goes welterweight, dude, I definitely see it happening.
You're on the Conor train. Choo choo.
He's taking that shit, man.
We'll see. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Ian Gary, man, it's a huge step up in competition. Very big fight for him. I'm hoping we get a lot of good fight announcements here soon. I know with International Fight Week taking a lot of the shine away from like, that's taking a lot of big fights for the year. But I hope we get a John Jones, announcement here within the next month. I hope we get a Conor McGregor maybe announcement within the next month or two, and then kind of see what we're looking like towards the end of the year to kind of prepare ourselves for,
Yeah, man. And I read on something earlier was Johnny Walker's brother.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he's got a fight though, right? In the UFC.
He just signed with the UFC. He's fighting in September. And I don't know if you guys have looked up this guy. This man looks like an absolute nutcase, and I'm about this. Dude.
He does look like a nutcase, dude. I saw a picture where he had like 9 belts wrapped around him.
That's the picture I saw earlier, man. He's 11-0.
Yep.
He's undefeated, dude. And
well, Johnny Walker looks like a nut when he really does his like weird Johnny Walker stuff. I don't know, but I can see. I mean, he looks like he's a hell of a fighter.
I mean, dude, we haven't seen a fighter that looks outlandish lately.
We need it.
Like, you remember back in the day we had Carlos Newton, and his style was like, I swear to God, dude, in the first game, a UFC game ever, it was called Dragon Ball Z Zutsu or some kind of thing. And that was actually a style of fighting, dude. The dude was nuts.
What was the guy that came? He had pink hair. He had a pink mohawk.
Chris Lieben.
Was it Chris Lieben?
Chris Lieben had one, I think, for a little bit.
Dan Hardy didn't he have pink hair?
Yeah, Dan Hardy. Chris Lieben dyed his hair every other time. One time he had blonde hair with black dots.
Yeah, with black dots all over it. Like, people getting wild. I want to see some wild shit in the UFC.
I mean, Clay Guida, that kind of energy, please.
Like, give me that kind of energy every single day. I want to see that in the UFC. because nowadays it's straight fighting. There's really not many entertainers anymore in the fighting world.
There's not. We need that. The guys that don't tap out, the fucking weirdos, like bring it back.
Yeah, we need that for sure, bro. But yeah, man, I don't really have much. I know there wasn't much to cover on that fight night, but I think we got to the point of everything we needed to talk about. Keep looking out for new stuff coming. Stay in tune with us. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming, a lot of good plans for the future. Like always, we do this shit for the Overs Club, over the Octagon podcast, betting Discord. So if you are a gambler, join that shit. It's perfect, and you get all the access to all the exclusive members and stuff, and then you get all of our updates when our podcasts go live. We are now on YouTube. This is our third episode now on YouTube.
Yep.
So third episode on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music. We got it all, man. So if you look down to the bottom corner, you see all of our links to everything. Make sure you click follows on our YouTube. We're trying to grow that as much as possible because that's going to be our number one success to getting our videos out there, so you can kind of see who we are, the people behind the mic. But if you're on your way to work and you can't look at your phone, obviously we have the Spotify podcast and every other, every other podcast service. So follow along, man. Nasty, brother.
Definitely, guys. And like we said, we have we have action for the next weeks. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 fight nights, and then after that, we got Volk. Volk is back. Brandon Moreno is be defending his belt as well. Then you got the Whitaker Duplessis fight. Like that's 2.5, and Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker.
Trayshawn Brewer.
That's 3 weeks away, guys.
Yep.
So. And you got Robbie Lawler on the freaking prelims. Like, come on.
In the prelims, yeah.
And Jack Della, bro.
JDM. It's going to be a stack card. International Fight Week's going to be insane. So that one I'm really looking forward to. That might be the best card. That is the best card of the year so far. So, yeah, be ready because we're going to have a lot to talk about that week. And I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, man. We're definitely going to get together that one. We could do a pod where we're actually in the same place together doing it.
We could, yeah. I think we do our Sunday spar session. So, new announcement right now. Going forward, I'm looking to try to get. If Nick can't do it, I'm going to commit to it as much as I possibly can. Every Sunday going forward, I want to try to get a episode in, a quick 30-minute episode. We're gonna call it the Sunday spar sesh, and it's going to be a following episode after every single fight night or fight card, to kind of just do a quick recap of the fight night, have a good conversation, and that way you get a good, quick turnaround overview of what we saw the night before. And then we'll kind of go into high-level detail on Wednesdays and things like that. But we want to give you more to listen to. I mean, yeah, we give you 1 episode a week now. I want to start pumping out more content, give you 2 episodes a week, give you a ride to, your ride to work Monday morning, give you a 30-minute episode to give you something to listen to on your way in. And then on Wednesday, we go high level, break down the upcoming fights, break down the previous fight nights, talk about MMA news and things like that, bro. So really looking forward to that. I think we get a good Sunday spar session after the fucking International Fight Week.
Definitely, man. Like we said, in the future, we're going to do some things where we're actually streaming us watching the fights. We're going to have interviews of us right after the fight. So you're going to see some goofy stuff as well, man. It's going to be awesome.
You get to see the real us, man. I'm really looking forward to that.
The reactions, man. The Joe Rogan moments. We'll capture all that live.
The reactions. We'll set up a camera in the man cave. We'll start capturing live moments of us watching fights. And yeah, man, we're going to start pumping out more content. So if you want to ever come on the show, if you're a fight fan, if you're a fighter and you want to get on a Sunday spar sesh with us, let us know. We'd love to get you on. Love to talk to other people about their opinions and who they think's the best and who they want to see fight. So feel free, join us, be on the show with us. We're more than open to bring anybody on. So, but Nasty, man, that's all I got, brother.
Definitely, man. Good stuff.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to stick around a little bit. We'll talk about the PFL, and then I'll catch you on Wednesday, bro, or I'll catch you on Sunday.
All right, boy, BC, let's go.
Like always. I think I'm cool.
Hey,
I know I'm sexy. I got the looks. Drives a girl wild.
I'm not your boy.
Peace out, baby.
All right, dog, I'm out. I'm hungry.
I'm just a sexy boy.